And we are live.
Finally.
Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Technical difficulties, people.
We love them.
3 people had technical difficulties. 3. And one of them wasn't me, ironically. If it was me, it would have been funny.
No, it would have been worse.
Anyhow. Hello, everyone! Welcome to DnD with your Dungeon Master, Kotlol. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kotlol, which is still redundant. I really need to work on better intros and names. Anyhow.
You need a better name!
Anyhow. Welcome, everyone. And today we are joined by someone grabbing their webcam, Moon.
Hello.
We are joined by Aeon.
Hello.
We are joined by a dog person whose camera makes Discord crash, apparently. Dog.
Hello.
We have a Zeal.
I have my Discorder.
And we have an Alona who has also technical difficulties.
Hello, everyone.
But we can hear her, so... Alright then. Last time... Someone's grabbing ice cream in the background. Okay. Last time...
On Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, sure. The party found themselves in a mysterious mansion with mysterious people, and well, they just took any situation as it goes. Lona and Halsius took a bath, which went odd. They didn't come out clean.
Or sideways.
Yeah.
One of them were more stinky coming out of the bath than they were going in.
Bad bathing. And Miss Lier was doing something sneaky, and let's leave it at that. After that, they took a portal back to the mines, and they decide, you know what? Let's continue back with our mine inspection. And before that, they learned about a trinket that could be hidden deep in the mines near some mushrooms. They learned about deep in the mines where people worked, and there were some collapses going on. Then they were working on that, so safety hazards. They learned about how the spiders hunt down giant bugs and keep the worms away in a way. They learned more about this mysterious disease, the black spots. And after that, pretty much they decided to look around and encounter one of the big bugs, murder it, and they ate some of it. At least Lier did.
It was delicious. Tasted like crab.
Tastes like crab, moves like insect.
Same thing.
After a little while, they just decided to go outside, take lunch, take a short rest, go back in, and after some exploring, found this mysterious vault with some mysterious chests. One chest was booby-trapped, but the party avoided and got some nice loot. The other one was, how would I say? Weird. It was there, but it wasn't there at the same time. It is Schrodinger's chest, almost to say.
And it was a transparent sand desert in there.
Yeah.
Transparent sand desert.
Yeah.
Alchemical sand, yes.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Man, hope there's gonna be an encounter today.
Mm-hmm. Because then you have to go.
No, because I don't this time. Yay.
Okay. Anyway, this is where we left off, and party, after your little sandy chest thing, what do? Are you gonna leave this mysterious room, or are you gonna do anything else? What does your quest lead to?
I'm calling over little buddy, and I'm starting to make my way out of this room that we don't really need to be in.
We're going for the mushrooms.
Yeah, let's
Might
go
as
for the
well.
mushroomy area.
I just love how he
Okay.
goes
Mm.
sideways.
I hope there's no
Yes.
snakes there or badgers.
What?
How
What?
the fuck?
What the
Okay, that was
hell?
weird.
Wrong side. Remember that. Please don't move too far ahead without having your party and lights on.
Okay.
Raz, you moving?
Oh yeah. We should
Sorry.
cast dancing lights again, right?
Moment of stupidity. I was waiting for the last person to leave the room and realised that was Robert.
Whoops. How do I erase that?
Click
Oh.
on it.
There.
Oh. Okay.
I cast dancing lights, by the way.
Okay. Lights on. Lights on!
I do my prestidigitation bullshit.
Okay. That is some
on the
stinky
way out-
prestidigitation. PU!
On the
Nah,
way out
I
of
just
the,
make magical glow sticks.
Okay. Yes, Aeon?
on the way out of the vault, was that door going into it like a padlock, or was that part of the door that was locked?
It was part of the door.
Okay. Not too familiar with the art of lockpicking. Is it possible to lock the door again behind
Nope.
us?
Nope.
Technically, you can in a way, but you have to be uber skilled with that. And that's always going to be a disadvantage. But they always say that you can do it with lockpick, but you can in a way, but it's ridiculously hard. It's easier to pick a lock open than to pick a lock closed.
In that case, I kind of wish that Osius hadn't used the padlock to reseal the chest. Then.
Man, kind of wish I was more skilled.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what would it take to
The
Yeah.
bad swordsman blame his
what would
sword.
it take to pick the padlock again so that I can use it to seal the vault door?
You just have to
How would
roll
you
sleight of
seal it?
hand.
Okay.
It's a completely different lock mechanic, so how would you do it?
Yeah, I'm just saying you can do it, but how are you going to make sure the door is going to be locked? Because how are you going to use the padlock to stop the door from opening? Because there's no hinge to put a padlock on it.
You make one.
Fair point. I'm just going to try and get the original padlock back then. So, why not?
You can always use it for something else.
Okay,
Like smashing
Go ahead.
somebody's brains in.
go ahead. You can try to pick lock pick the padlock and take it with you.
No, I would say
Yeah.
unpick the lock.
Yeah, you succeed.
Nice.
And now you have an iron iron padlock.
Ah,
Do whatever you wish.
You know what? On that point, I'm going to swipe the note that was just left behind. We're not leaving that. I'm taking the cleric's note. We're not. Then, as I can't really lock the original door, I'm just going to close it behind me.
Okay.
Hope nobody goes poking around.
Okay. Does everyone rejoin? Okay. Yeah, are
Well, you know what I'm doing.
You're looking ahead. You're looking ahead. And as you look, there's more path. It goes deeper.
Peek.
And it goes deeper. And then you notice that the tunnel goes much, much deeper into the mountain.
Well,
mushrooms?
ah, we should look at this. Let's see how far it goes.
Mhm.
Mushrooms?
What?
You
Are
may...
there mushrooms yet?
No.
Can
Aw,
we smell them?
how do you smell mushrooms?
With your nose.
Yep.
I thought mushrooms
it-
didn't have a smell.
Well, if you're thinking of mushrooms, maybe smell for something earthy and a bit metallic. It's a very particular smell.
Oh,
We'll smell a little
okay.
bit when we find the mushroom.
Jesus. What is...
Yeah. Ever smelled mold before? Same thing.
No?
Oh boy. What kind of life did you have if you didn't smell mold?
Well, Mom and Pop always had the house cleaned, so we didn't have any mold.
More advanced cleaning than we thought. Anyways,
A moment, people. Apparently this
Switching
map...
maps.
Yeah, I'm switching maps, but the map is taking for... is laggy as fuck.
I feel like we're blocked by something right now.
laggy as fuck. Don't you love it when something's laggy as fuck?
There we go. Okay, moving you guys to the new map. As you venture deeper into the mines, you notice that it's a little bit more damp in here than you would like. Come on, PC. I was not expecting this. Every time I move a token, my Roll20 is going. Maybe we should close something real quick.
That's weird.
How big is this map?
Pretty big.
Yeah, I noticed.
It's huge. Wow.
Every time I move my token, it just gets out of the frame.
Yeah.
Moving back and forth, back and forth.
One moment, I'm refreshing it
They're
for
not
me.
in a frame. Huh.
Maybe I'm pushing Roll20 a bit too hard, or they had an update and now it's very slow with bigger maps.
Hey, look, it doesn't go out of frame now. Hey.
Nope,
Yay.
we're gonna have a slow.
Spooky fever. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So, you find yourself in a deeper area of the mines. It's clear that nobody goes here. You don't really have an idea why.
Which way are we going?
It's quite moist in here, so mushrooms should be here somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna follow my nose.
Perception
something?
check.
Hmm?
Perception.
Can I do the sneaky perception?
If you want to.
Okay, so how do I sneak again?
/GM roll your perception.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Okay.
I just got a notice from the George Gamers is live.
Okay, just a second. Perception, right?
Yes, because you're trying to perceive with your nose for the smells. Why are you rolling that many dice?
Remember?
Oh, that's why. As you sniff around with your sneaky, you smell a lot of dampness. In fact, you only smell dampness, but you do smell that going more towards this area, there's more dampness
what
this
now?
way.
Okay.
Smells a little wetter over here.
That way.
We should try and go over here first, as you know.
Okay.
No,
Sure.
just for now. Are the
Why not?
walls like slightly damp?
Yes.
Probably a source nearby. Just be right back.
If it's too damp, I'll just use some fire. No worries, guys.
Okay, back. There we go. That's ominous. I'm crossed out.
It's like you're gonna die.
No,
Okay.
I refuse.
As you move deeper into the direction, you start feeling a bit more dampness coming in. Come on,
Oh, no.
please. Meow. And as you approach what you see like a bigger area in the darkness, you start hearing it.
Does that sound like a bug?
Well,
That's
you
weird.
can investigate.
I'm definitely going to do that, unless I can remember what, like, if it's the sound of a bug I've heard before.
Well, it totally is.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
hell yeah!
I
no,
would
ready.
like people to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay, initiative. Let me just grab my stuff. Oh. Well. Dang it.
No, I need to roll again. Good job, Sal. That was not what you're supposed to do. Okay, so let's first roll down. I could do the initiate tracker, but I know it can glitch out, so. And wow, they have really random numbers. So, then we have Raz with 15.
Make it an average.
And oh wait, 17. Then we have Robert with a 15. I'm just writing every number down so I know I have it on my own personal tracker, and then I'm gonna. Okay, Poppy with a 21. Ozius, you're being a slow turtle today, apparently.
The only one.
Alona with a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Did Leah already roll?
Yes, 7.
Oh yeah, there you are, Rain Prince.
I should probably.
Wow, that's a lot of 7s I just noticed.
Seven,
Huh?
seven,
Triple
seven.
7s. That is pretty good. Okay.
Does that mean because I have the biggest modifier, I go first?
No.
Oh.
It's you decide who goes first, but you're not going first.
Well, right, okay. I meant from the 7 people. You know, the people with 7.
Okay. So these giant bugs are all giant beetles, just so you know. They're the same icon because I'm lazy. Don't get used to that.
Beetles.
And they're aggressive little buggers. So yeah, one of them is gonna go first because nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Just so we note the outway of the map, I'm visible, most
Mhm.
likely.
Yeah, they can see you.
The little buddy is not.
Mhm.
He's behind an outcrop.
So Leah, you're gonna get attacked.
Try me, bish.
And this one has a. Is this one with the horn? Yeah, this is a rhino beetle. 10 misses, I guess.
Yes.
The rhino beetle tries to charge at you and attack you, but you swiftly dodge aside and go na 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 na.
Actually, does anybody remember that meme where they just sway side to side while somebody's trying to stab or poke them?
Yeah.
That.
Okay. And that's the end of its turn. Then we have Ooh, Poppy, you're up.
Okay. I get over here and I'm like, Lierre, mind if I pass under your arm real quick?
Sure.
Thank you. I throw my boomerang at the bug, hoping it hits.
Okay.
Also, guys, they're beetles. Aim for these soft spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. As you throw your boomerang, it clanks off the shell and back to your hand.
Shoot! I missed the soft spot.
You missed them entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Try going either under or between the armor plates.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Is that all for your turn?
Yeah, I can't really do much else. I mean,
No bonus actions. Okay. Then the next bug is going to come in. Yeah. So it's gonna move into position and then it's gonna do... There it is. It's gonna be clapping its wings. Making a distinct noise. And you don't know what it does yet. But you can hear a sort of humming sound now. That's the end of its turn. Next up. Razzie. Go ahead.
I've only got line of sight on the one making the humming sound.
No.
The only ability to have line of sight right now is right, like over and behind me.
Basically.
Okay, so I can't firebolt either of them. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's
Really
kind of a bad spot to be fighting them.
If I stand below Poppy, have I got a decent shot on one of them?
Yes, on the top one.
Right. Oh god.
It's very cramped in here.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to move up. I'm going to attempt to firebolt the top one.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Fire!
13
Don't burn me,
misses.
bro. Watch your balls. Watch your balls. Wait a second. That's not.
Having missed, I'm going to back up and out of the way so people can get in there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Next up is Robert.
Robert's going to do the exact same thing then. Copycat. He's going to move up and try and Eldritch Blast the top one.
Double Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, double Eldritch Blast.
The pirate takes a shot. 17 hits. That is 10 points of force damage.
Nice, and 32.
That's a miss.
And I'm going to have Robert so get out of the way as well.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? That's the end of his turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up are the other two bugs. And they're gonna move. This one's gonna move a bit closer and then ends its turn. Let's see. Yeah, the other one is also just barely faster. This one's gonna move over here and end its turn for now. All right.
Perfect.
Now it's time for the 7-speed tie. So, you guys, you have to decide who goes first.
Do you mind? I can open it up for everybody.
You can go.
Thank you. Fear.
Fear?
Fear.
How far does it reach?
30-foot cone.
Okay, so you get all of them.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
What do I have to roll?
DC 14. Just a second. Wisdom.
All of them fail.
Oh well, that's great. Can I explain how I do it?
Go ahead.
Guys, mind the illusion. So my face basically transformed into a lizard face, and multiple lizard limbs appear here and there, and I just kind of wiggle around with my big lizard appearance, with tongue lashing and everything, as a natural predator.
I see. Scary stuff. Why did you move? You're not allowed to move. Okay, so
Step
they're
back for
all
a moment.
feared. They're now in fear.
Yeah, and if they are all feared, well,
They have to move away from you.
yeah, all creatures save drop when it's holding trying to save at the end of the turn. If not, yeah, they have to move away on their turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to just. Where should I put myself? Actually,
Also, I
yeah, I'm
think
just
they
gonna
cannot
hold the
attack.
line here.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
cannot.
hold the line here.
They cannot attack you, I believe.
Yeah, no. So they're kind of screwed, all of them.
They can
Because
attack the
I'm
others,
gonna
but not
hold
just.
that concentration.
Okay. And Leah ends their turn. So there's still two other people that have a turn tie, which is Alona and Ozius. You two have to decide.
I can go if you want.
Sure.
Okay. So I will stand over Poppy. I can do that, right?
Yeah, you can stand on someone's spot as long as you don't end the turn on someone's spot.
And then I will cast Shatter here. So I hit all of them because it's
We're in
a
we're in a
10
cave.
foot. Yeah, I know. Used it before.
Yeah, but we're not in this like solid part.
Used it
Okay,
before.
well-
Let's see what happens.
Okay. Shatter.
Let's see. Constitution saving throw 13.
Okay. Two succeed, two fail.
Damage.
At this point, I would have preferred a fireball.
2 take half damage.
Okay, so that's -6, 11, 11, and 6. Okay. Got
And
it.
then I am moving back here.
Okay.
That ends my turn.
Mm-hmm. And I'll just go ahead.
Coming through.
Yeah.
That's a wall.
I'm
Was a
moving
wall.
through people.
Okay.
Well, time to bunk this one.
Okay. Go ahead, bonk.
That's
a fail.
It?
That's a fail.
Well,
Try not to spill too much. These things are delicious. Can use their own shells as pots.
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Alona just
Okay.
poofed. There she is.
Welcome back, Alona.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself just in case.
Okay, cool. +2 AC. Nice. Alrighty then, top of the round. Let me guess. Fear, they have to run away, right, from you.
Yeah, they have to run away.
Yeah, it's... Okay,
All friendly spell creature must take a dash action and move away from you to the safest available route on each of its turn, unless there is nowhere to move.
well, they can move, so he's gonna take a dash action and run away. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna end up there.
And
Yeah, it's gonna.
they only do wisdom saving, like they only re-roll a saving throw if they are not within my line of, if I'm not in the line of sight.
Okay, Osseous and Lear, you can take an attack of opportunity if you like.
Yes.
Okay.
So, let's whip up this puppy. So, you see me pull out a whip.
Yes.
That very gross looking whip that's slobbering all over. And every little blob of slobber on the ground sizzles.
Yeah.
And I try to whip that thing. Okay, let's see. Roll the 20 plus 3.
You failed to whip the bug.
Dang.
Doesn't have an AC of 8.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
realized-
Roll damage.
That would be 5 damage.
That's bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes.
That's double damage. They're weak to bludgeoning.
Huh. Apparently I don't have proficiency with whip.
Huh.
Is
Sounds
that
like a skill issue.
Oh,
Just means you don't get full
fine.
bonuses.
I should have specified.
Okay, so you bonk it for 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As you notice that when you hit the shell with it, the shell goes pointed and the creature screeches in pain as it runs off.
Ah. It has a weak shell.
Okay. Next up, Poppy.
Okay, that one ran away. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna attack this one with a boomerang again.
Go ahead.
Where's my boomerang? Here. That one should have hit.
Yeah, that one hits. Roll damage.
That
hurt him.
boomerang is also bludgeoning. I just noticed.
Yeah, then it will. Then pretty much at the end of the roll, it will calculate double damage. So 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, hit him.
You hit the bug, and the bug's shell reverberates.
Lindsay. I swear.
Is that all of your turn? You muted yourself, by the way.
Ah, sorry. Staying a safe distance away.
Okay.
Press the wrong button somewhere.
Okay. That's good to know. One moment. Someone gave me a DM. I need to check how important it is. Come on, load. So I can't do it on the PC because then everyone will see it, and if it's private. Okay. Anyhow, next turn. And that's one of the other bugs. It has to run away. Also, you already had your attack of opportunity. Oh, for the love of pickles.
What happened?
Someone's DMing me.
Again?
Love of pickles.
Was that a Chaka quote?
Yes.
I was
And
like,
yeah.
that sounded familiar.
Yeah. Okay, that's Bug's turn is over. It's no longer doing the buzz thing. Next up, Raz, you got all the place to move.
Yay. And I will firebolt the bottom bug.
Fireball?
Bolt.
Fire.
Oh.
Okay, firebolt away.
Pew pew.
That hits. 9 points of fire damage. Yuck. Anything else?
I'll just step back and end my turn.
Cool. Then next up is Robert. Hey, wait, where did you go? Where did Raz go?
I think he accidentally deleted his token.
No, I didn't. It's right there.
Oh, there. You're under Alona.
Well,
Sorry.
We'll do shipping wars later.
Dear Luna. Sorry.
Anyhow, Robert's turn.
Yeah, Robert will step into position. Robert will target the same bug and Eldritch Blast.
Blast. Miss.
Eldritch Miss. And Eldritch Redo.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
And that hits 5 points of damage. 5 points of damage to the bug. And yeah, it took some damage.
Wait a minute.
And
There's a bug missing, or did I miss something?
Yeah, they ran off. You don't see him right now.
Son of a gun.
Alright, is that all? That's Robert's turn over. It is the bug's turn. And it's off screen. Then it's the next bug's turn. And that one's off screen.
Now we'll have room to chase them down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have to?
Yes.
you can just leave him be.
No.
They were right here. Now we have to chase them? Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to fight in a small corridor where you can basically do nothing?
Sounds good for a fireball.
You're the worst.
Would have done that.
No, Ilona's the worst. I'm second.
Yeah.
Most of you are pretty bad.
Okay.
In any case.
Now it's Ozzy, Alona, and Lier, but since we decided it's Lier's turn.
Yes. Any case. Let's see how the measurement tool. My speed is 38. Definitely going over there. Remind me, was little buddy part of my turn or?
Yes, they share turn.
Okay. Just grab him real quick. There we go. And can I see more of the place or
Do you want to see more of the place?
like around?
How much vision do you have?
I have vision. Where do I see that?
It says if you have
Sure.
dark vision or normal vision and how much feet you
I
vision.
Actually, yeah, I have normal vision, but I can see that bug, right?
Then you have 30 feet of vision.
Okay. Well, since I can see the bug, oh wait, right, I'm holding concentration,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't attack me anyway. So
Mm-hmm. So they
Yeah,
they have
I'll
to see
take it.
you or you have to see them.
no, they have to see me.
Okay, so they can still see you technically. Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
on
it.
the chase.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that all?
Yeah, so far.
Ozzy's Alona. Who's next? I think it was Alona.
Yeah. I will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
You can safely dash, I think.
Yeah.
They won't really go for you because they have to get away from me as far as they can.
I do have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh,
Okay. So, measure for me 60 feet real quick.
60 should be around here.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Also, you're looking north?
well, they are nice and cuddled together.
yes.
Oh,
Feet,
crap. So,
19.
there's some unsuspecting bugs to the north.
Unsuspecting, huh? Oh, that's a big mama jama.
Wow. Okay. So we do see them as well, right? Yep.
Yep. They haven't noticed you yet, so they're not in the
I
turn
think
yet.
these ones are a priority right now.
I might just drop a fireball at the big one over there.
Well, not right now. We
Why
take,
not?
Because
Where's the fun in that?
these one knows where we are.
Yeah, I'm definitely casting a fireball
And-
at the one on top. Yep.
I despise you. Come on, they're already damaged. Please.
So, what do you do?
I cast fireball at the big one there. And it kind of
Oh no!
there's more space there, see? So there's like nice good space to cast some nice fire. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to end you.
You
Maybe
cast
bugs do that for
fireball.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if they dodge it.
Why do
What's
I
the
play with
DC?
people with no self-preservation?
13.
One fails to succeed.
Never take chances for nothing.
You angered a gigantic
So
bug.
three succeed, or
Two
Oh.
succeed, one fail.
does the big bug fail?
No.
Oh. Okay. Then I
You wasted
will.
the best possible damage.
So, roll damage.
Yeah, I roll damage, so the succeeded ones take half damage.
So that's 16 damage.
And 32 for one.
Yeah. 32 fire damage, and the rest is 16. Okay. Well, you've angered them, so now I'm gonna have to roll their initiative, and they're gonna join the next round.
And by the way, Dogman, you could just let those little 4-1s just run off. That works as well.
Okay.
And you just wasted my perfectly good fear spell. Hope you're proud of yourself.
I am.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So this one's that one.
I'm
That's
glaring
that
at
one.
you.
And I'm smiling at you.
Okay.
Next opportunity I have, I'm
Ozzius,
feeding you to this.
you're up.
Okay.
Defeat chaos.
Chaos!
Control!
I should add a
Yeah.
gargoyle to all of this. Sum it up.
Well, I've been doing a lot of chaos recently, so
Whatever.
Too much. Chill.
Already an attack, so if one comes into range, bonking time.
Okay. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Top of the round. Well, luckily the other bugs are not up yet, so this one's gonna start running again. A moment. Run away, and turn. And Poppy, you're up.
Okay, coming. I'm gonna have to ask everyone, please cover your ears.
What?
Okay.
I'm telling
Please
little
cover-
buddy to cover his ears. If he has any.
Please cover your ears. Robbie too.
Okay. What are you doing?
What? What?
On the East fucker.
That's. Wait a second. Isn't thunderclap like melee range?
Oh, 100 feet.
100 feet. You can do
Okay.
it. So, thunderclap.
I
I need to roll Constitution.
Oh
Okay.
crap! Did not mean to do that. Shit. Sorry. Cast it again by accident. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll take the first crit.
Yeah. I was,
Okay.
we go.
I didn't know it was range.
100 feet.
2 fail, 1 succeeds. So,
Gosh,
the-
I hope
Right.
these caves are stable.
and with that much shaking, I am gonna roll something.
Oh, it's not.
Nothing. Okay, nothing of note happens with that. So as you clap your hands, and a large boom is heard at the gigantic bug. The ground. You feel a little bit shakiness in the air, but
Dude, you are. You said 100 feet, right?
yeah.
No, that's it's range 5 feet can be heard. It's an just audible to 100 feet.
Oh,
The damage
other way
is
around.
within 5 feet.
Ah, my bad.
Okay, my bad too. Thank you for
Yeah,
correcting me.
dude, I was. Since
Then-
when am I the one who's right?
Okay, so I'm guessing you won't thunderclap.
No, that's not gonna work then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw
Sorry.
the boomerang then. That's fine.
Sorry. I don't
Why
want to
would-
burst your bubble, but I don't want to die.
No, that's fine. Sorry. Not usually using spells, so
12 misses because you're on the gigantic bug, right?
yeah.
Yeah. No.
Are you gonna go get your boomerang?
No, it just goes back. It bounces off and flies back to her.
Man,
It's a boomerang.
All boomerangs are magic.
It might have to do with what she is, but we're not going to discuss that.
Well, don't hint it.
Let's just go with ranger powers. Anyhow, that's the end of your turn.
Take a step back over here just to be protected.
Safety
Okay.
sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Okay then. One bug is gonna run away. Come on, no, not ping. I want to scroll. Scroll. Thank you. Bloop. And that was gone. End of that one's turn.
I don't like the amount of range that thing could have.
Raz, it's your turn.
Oh,
boy.
goody.
Oh, by the way, the gigantic bug is also a beetle. It's a stag beetle. You know, the one with the scissors.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yippee.
The other one was a
Even
rhino
worse
beetle.
since I yeah, is that the one that makes the weird noise?
No. Listen, those are the beetles that can catch, crush, and pretty much, yeet you. They're
Yep.
the suplex bugs.
Yeah, I know, but
Raz,
Not
you need to be a
recently
little
showed-
bit more to the left.
yeah, God recently
Don't-
showed me a video of a bug that made a really, really weird sound, and it was about the size of a person's hand.
Okay.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
worry.
wonderful.
We're not a train.
If I can't hit the big one from there, then I'll aim for that one instead.
That's also through a wall. This is a wall.
The entrance is over here. That's the only hole there is. This
You know,
and
I'll
this.
shoot the one
You
over
can
there.
look over
Overcross.
this part barely, but still, that's a wall to the right.
Okay, in that case, I'll shoot for this one then.
Which one? Okay, roll an attack. It should be.
I'll give you 3 guesses what it is, and the first 2 don't count.
Not fireball.
You were wrong.
That hits 11
Nice.
points of fire damage. It is looking worse to wear. Wait, which one's that? Oh, wait, no, it's that one. Wait, no, that is that one. Yeah?
Well, then I'm right. It's not
And
fireball.
that's all I can do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one's it's almost dead. This one's almost dead.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it for Raz.
Okay, Raz. With Raz's turn over, it is actually one of the big bugs' turns who just been roasted.
Oh.
Not the
Okay.
giant bug, it's one of the bigger bugs. The giant bug actually is not that fast. A little bit too low for that. So, it is going to move in. And it's... This is... Yeah, that's just a normal beetle. So, it will just end its turn there.
Actually, can the big bug even get between those?
Yes.
Okay. So it can, in fact, exit.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a slightly elevated area. That's the end of the turn. It's Robert's turn.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that's about all I can do. Is that just enough to hit that other bug, or am I just going to call it there?
Okay. Next up, it is the giant bug.
What are they gonna do?
Oh boy.
So, this one can move further because of how big it is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It-
we're gonna get trampled.
It crawls upon the walls and the ceiling to all land right in front of you. Okay then. Here we go. Here we go.
Eat the turtle.
It
it's
will
bigger.
attack you, Liad.
Ugh.
Oh no! That's a crit! That's a crit!
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
That's a BTK.
I guess I don't have a choice. Once my turn rolls around. It's gonna be
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. It moves its maws and the scissors and grab and attack and tries to crush you between it.
Ow, 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 ow. Can somebody get it to let
Can
go?
you do me a strength check, contested strength check?
Oh, son of a.
Just to see if he's gonna, because then you know what's gonna happen then next.
Oh no.
Why does it have to be strength?
You have to beat a 13. You are
Yes.
not grappled by that thing. As it chomps it out, you're like, "Get off! No, I'm not gonna be bug food today."
I am not gonna be somebody else's snack.
Okay. That's the end of its turn. It's not a boss monster.
Do I have to break concentration though?
You have to roll concentration, yes, because you took damage.
What's concentration again? Just my casting score?
It is your constitution.
Okay. Hey, want to know what my constitution is?
No bonus.
-1. And that's why I wanted to kill the little bugs. You dopes.
And with that, yeah, that's a fail. Your concentration is broken.
Oh,
So all the bugs are unfeared.
boo, 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 boo.
There you go. They come back.
Yeah. Nature is
Okay.
healing.
Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Okay, with that, it is the giant bug's turn and let's see, who's next on the thing? That was Rob with speed tie. Oh, right, it is all the other bugs' turns!
Oh no.
The ones that, they have to dash back, so they're probably not gonna get to you next turn, until next turn, so. Yeah, that's what, wait, what? Oh, this one can get an attack in an Nauseous. This one will attack you, Osseous. I don't think a 14 hits.
No, it doesn't. And also, I readied my attack, so
You're gonna bonk
does a
it.
19 hit?
19 hits, roll damage.
Okay. 8 points. Oh, that's 16 then.
16 point. How do you want to do it?
Just straight between the eyes.
As the bug moves into attack, you swiftly go aside, and as your attack is ready, you move your stick and bonk it right between the eyes. Its head smooshes in a little, and it falls dead on the ground.
Guys, if you hit it hard enough, it dies.
No
Thanks for the
shit,
tip.
Sherlock.
What's a Sherlock?
Oh, I hate you so much.
Okay.
Weirdo.
And this guy's turn, and it will move over here and end its turn. Okay. Lier, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hug the bug.
You want to explain you want to explain to me, or are you just gonna GM roll it?
Didn't we have a conversation about it?
Yeah. Go ahead, do your sneaky thing.
Okay. So. Okay. So something fun is gonna happen, guys.
He's
let
gonna.
me just
Wait.
pin this real quick.
Here we go.
So, I basically pull out my whip and go to hug its face. My whip and my clothing starts to tear apart, and many teeth are showed. Many, many, many teeth and eyes. As slobber covers the face,
Here we
I'm hugging it to death.
go. Okay.
Take a nice long look at these rolls.
He's gonna do his little mechanic that will probably reveal a lot of information. So here we go.
I hate it. I hate being put in a corner like this. What was the bonus per thing again?
You just pinned it.
Right. So I pinned it. That's plus 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it 5 per thing or?
No, it's just once. Once.
Okay. Okay.
You did it.
So there's one nat 20 in there.
I literally just said you roll once.
Oh,
But-
I thought it was per creature attack.
Nope. This is a
Okay,
once.
then I do it again.
Otherwise, it's very broken.
Well, kind of is.
Well, if it hits, it's very broken. That's why you only get one attack with this technique. That's what we discussed. You roll once, and then The damage is actually, I hate to say this.
You listen. Melee attack, reach for. Honestly, I would have went for the separate creature route.
I know you would. But that would just be held to track. So again, I will say it. You just get one attack with it, and you failed, so no damage. You failed to hug.
Motherfucker.
Basically put, he has a strong ability, but he can only attack with it once with a hug attack.
Well, it's not an ability I can only do once. Is the thing.
Yeah. Go ahead. Are you done?
I think so. I think that's the only action I can take.
Mm-hmm. So
everything closes back up.
I've been hit by a follow by someone. By Tranquil1665. Thanks for following. Yeah.
They came to see me.
Okay. Ilona, you're up.
Ozzy, you said hit them with something blunt, right?
Yep.
I take out my staff and I try to hit the big bug.
You're good. Okay. Make an attack roll.
I just followed the tip.
That misses.
Ozzy,
Nice
it doesn't
plan.
work.
Yeah, you should hit it.
On the right spot.
Okay.
So as you try to bonk it with your stick, you miss your stick attack.
I might actually move because I'm right here.
It will not take an attack of opportunity for that.
Oh. Okay, and my turn.
And your turn.
Tried hitting it with the staff, so.
Osseous. It is bonking time.
Yeah, you know. No.
You failed to bonk it.
I know.
No bonk.
Never mind.
Thanks for the bonk attempt.
Don't eat me, eat the child.
And last but not least, the last bug will move in. Of course, it's gonna end up
I'm
here.
feeding you to these things.
No,
Well,
Alona.
probably Ilona first.
Okay,
Well,
and the
You're in the
turn.
way.
Top of the round. Bug 1 is gonna move again. Ah, fuck, I lost track. Because of this laggy shit. Okay, so it goes from here. It can move 30 feet. Okay, so it barely comes into reach. There's Bug 1 again.
If one of you dies, next time you're gonna listen to me.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
Okay, I'll
end of
just
the
let you all die
turn.
then.
Poppy, you're up.
Okay. I reach into my bag and grab a sickle and just slice at the bug. Go away!
Make an attack roll. 15 doesn't. Oh, wait. No, that's a giant bug. No, 15 doesn't hit.
Shoot!
Barely misses.
Darn it! He's too quick!
As you swipe at his leg, it moves his leg out of the way. Okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
It's not going well with this battle. Yeah, next up is the... Thank you, phone. Next up is the... is one of the bugs. Which is this one. And who also move into range. And... then it ends its turn. Raz! You're up.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action a steady aim so that I get advantage on doing this. And Raz is going to attempt to firebolt the bugger again.
The big one?
Yeah, I'm going for the big guy.
Go ahead.
Take this.
19 hits. It takes 9 points of fire damage. It's a crispy stag beetle.
Robert, a little hand with this thing.
Well, it's not Robert's turn after this.
Raz will end his turn.
And the small ones first.
Yep.
This one will move in between. This is a rhino one.
As long as somebody can heal, we can have somebody distract the big bug.
As one will attack you. I think a 10 misses.
Yes, it does.
As the rhino beetle tries to attack you with its horn, you just get out of the way. Nah, 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 nah. And that's the end of its turn, and now it's Robert's turn.
Okay, Robert will nip over to the side and Eldritch Blast, the big one.
The giant one? Okay. Roll attacks.
Yeah, we're going for the big one.
Pew pew, pew pew. 9 misses. Try again.
Aim better, damn you. And Robert will fire again.
22 hits, and it will take 5 points of force damage. Bzzz. Okay,
And that's the end of Robert's turn.
go. And now it is one of the newcomers' Bug's turns. And it will move over here. And it will attack Lier. Lier.
I'm
Stuff.
a goddamn bard. Why was I put in this situation?
Flame the sorcerer. 18. Does 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, then you will take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. No weird side effects for this one. It's just bludgeoning damage. Ow. Ow. Pain. Annoyance. I think that's the end of its turn. That's the third bug's turn, which is right in front of Ozzius. We'll attack Ozzius.
I am halfway
It misses. So it ends its turn. And with that, it is now Lier's turn.
down. I'm just going to... I can't move out of the way.
And you
Well,
get out.
Dissonant Whispers.
Go ahead. Explain what it does.
One creature... you whisper a discordant melody that one creature within your choice within range can hear, racking with terrible pain. 3d6 psychic damage, and it must immediately use its action to its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature
Okay.
doesn't move into obviously yada yada yada. You know the thing.
I know what it does. What's the DC?
So, 14 wisdom, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it fails.
Okay. That's the big one, right?
Yeah, that's the giant. It failed.
Okay, well, let me just roll my 3d6s. It's 3d6. Which one level? Yeah. I don't know. What's with that roll? Oh, that is horrible.
That is horrible damage. 7 points
It
of
still
psychic
failed.
damage.
Yeah. But
But it has to use its reaction now to run away, which is right
Yeah.
now. Just like... You see this creature's eyes glint for a moment, and then it just starts running away. Poppy and Lear, you can take it to attack of opportunity if you like.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, just
Oh, come on.
I'm thinking.
That's a miss. You can use your boomerang or your sickle. Doesn't matter.
But is the big bug still there, or is he dead already?
The giant bug
No,
just
he's-
is running away. That's why you get attack. You can use an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
The how I did it was basically Lear looked at it, wiped some blood off her face, and snapped her fingers, saying, "Run."
Okay. Well, actually, I have my mom's dagger with me, so I whip that out and swipe at it as it tries to run away.
Make an attack roll. 22 hits. Roll damage.
Wow.
It takes 5 points of piercing damage.
And
This
since
was
my
the silver dagger, by the way. I'm not.
Uh.
Did we agree to put extra damage on there?
Only against certain targets.
Okay,
Ah, right.
so I'm just gonna say this as well. I don't care if it's gonna take me an attack of opportunity. I'm just gonna move away behind Alona. Okay.
I will take his attack of opportunity. Because you're its intended target. Hello, PC. 23 hits.
How the heck do these bugs roll so good against me,
Oh.
and I roll so bad against them?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Is it one of those days?
You take
Hope
5
not.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Again, right? Below half.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
You don't
And
have to say it.
that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Alona, you're up.
I'm gonna cast a nice firebolt at that one.
Okay. Pew away. Pew pew. Roll damage.
Fine.
16 points of fire damage. Nice. It is now a Krispy Kreme. Oh, just crispy. And it looks less, and actually looks worse to wear.
And then, since Leah wanted to move behind me, I'll move right here.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
Love you too. Or not.
I'm being serious.
Hold
Go take some damage, you absolute waste of fireballs.
Okay.
I'm done.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank God you're in a corner.
Bonk.
That's a bonk to hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
I'm not enjoying. This is not okie dokie.
12
Well,
points of
fun
damage. Not that one. Yeah, it's not dead yet.
Okie dokie. That'll be my turn.
Goody. Stop it around. Bug 1 is back in action, so it can come in. Oz is gonna attack you. Ooh, that hits. 23 hits, right?
Yeah.
What's with my rolls? 10 points of bludgeoning damage for you, Ozzius.
Don't worry, it's karma against the whole party. For someone's actions.
Yours.
Yeah, yours.
Yours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be the one paying for that price because that ain't true.
I also think so. I do think so. So
You're both stupid.
And
we
it's the end
may
of the
be
bug's turn.
stupid, but at least we're having fun.
I don't care about fun. I care about living.
I'm better.
Poppy, you're up.
Oh boy. My turn again?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna step up here and I'm gonna swing my sickle at the one in front of me.
Okay, go ahead, roll damage. I mean, roll attack, not damage. Yes, you swipe at the enemy. You slice it correctly in the back. Roll damage. It takes 3 points of slashing damage. Which one is this one again? Oh, that's that one. Okay. Yeah, that one looks like it's almost about to go down.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, that actually. No. Actually, this is just enough to kill it. Sorry, miscalculation. You got the kill.
Woohoo!
Yeah. But. So, Poppy, how do you want to do this?
I just slice it open from head to back. At the rear side.
Yeah. That one is dead.
Yay!
And that's good too, because... Yeah, okay. That ends it. And that turn.
Pierre, I got you another bug!
Mm-hmm. Is it, That's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, it's this bug's turn. It's gonna move in, and it's gonna do the whole... making a noise with its wings again thing.
Which one?
The one behind this one in the back. It's flapping his wing, making a high pitched noise.
Which one was that? Because I don't see
There.
Oh, that one. Okay.
There. Anything? That's the end of that one's turn. Robert. Get him. I mean, Raz. Sorry. Raz first, then Robert. Because the one they killed is the one that's between Raz and Robert.
Okay, strange voice in my head. I'll attempt to firebolt the one making the buzzing noise.
Alright. Go for it.
Oh. Actually, my mistake. I can't move.
Alright,
This is
steady
all
aim.
firebolt. Yeah. Which I may as well do again. As I can't move. So,
It's 40 feet away from you, just so you know.
yeah. Oh!
Crit! 26,
do it.
26 damage. Will it survive? So that's 21 damage. No, it's not dead. That one did not take as much damage as I thought it did. Okay. Nicely done. It looked like worse to wear, and I need to do a roll real quick.
I shall blow the smoke away from my fingers.
It stops buzzing. Nat 1. It no longer is making the buzzing noise.
I found the off switch.
Okay. Then it's Robert's
I'm
turn. If it's your turn ends, it is Robert's turn. Go ahead.
Okay, Robert will drop an Eldritch Blast on the same bug.
Mm-hmm. Might as well kill it while at it.
Yep, let's see if we can fin some of these numbers.
How do you want to do that?
The Eldritch Bastard streaks across, hits it in the head, and just...
It explodes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2 crits in a row. That's karma.
let's go for number 3. Robert will target the bug just in front of Poppy.
Fire. Go ahead.
Golden
Shoot.
Blast.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, shit!
So let me get this straight. Aeon crits. I get a nat 1 and then 2 crits in a row. Well, I was saying, what's with my rolls today? And then suddenly you start pulling crits out of Wazoo.
He took all the crits. Kill him.
But 11 points crits. Does that kill that one?
Why'd you take all the good rolls? Huh?
No, that actually no. That he's still clinging on. He's still clinging on.
That's true.
Stubborn insect. That's the end of Robert's turn.
Yeah, still cling. This one still clings on with a bit. And okay, that's Robert's turn. Back to the tracker. It is Mr. Giant Bug is coming back. Uh-oh. It will... Uh-oh. Poppy.
Uh-oh.
Incoming! 21. Yikes. And you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and you need to do a contested strength roll. Contested strength roll with it.
Yeah. Oh crap!
Uh-oh.
You're grappled.
Well, actually, I have a reaction to that, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, if you have a nat 1, you can use something against that, right?
Is the reaction? Yeah. Ah!
Hellish Rebuke, one reaction. Oh yeah, you're using Hellish Rebuke. He must make a dex saving throw. Okay, you must make a dex saving throw. Okay, roll damage. What's the save needed? DC save? 12. Yeah, it succeeded its save though. 17 it rolled.
Damn it!
So it only takes half damage. It still takes damage.
Yeah. Also, no, never mind.
You have to roll damage. It only takes half damage. The damage still goes up. It only takes half damage.
But the damage
The damage is there!
Oh, 19. One moment.
Idiot!
Sorry, I always... when I... DM mistake. 19 and a half of 19 is...
8.5.
And a half, so that just becomes an 8. 8 on the giant, but oh, that actually kills it. That actually is enough to kill it.
I fall back on my ass. Ow!
As the giant bug becomes all crispy and toasted and burns to a crisp.
Woo, you go, puppy.
Next time, all of you go in front.
I am in front.
Let's use a fire.
Yeah.
Good job. That was enough to kill it because they're almost focusing the giant bug. End of Poppy's turn. Okay, that's the end of that one's turn because it's dead. That's Robert's. Okay, there's still the other bugs. This one is the last, so which one is those? That one already had its turn. That one's dead. Okay, yeah, so it's this one's turn. Ozias. That one!
Ah!
Arceus, as it makes its attack, it tries to put its horn in you, but you just swiftly step on the horn and push it into the ground. It is now stuck on the ground. It cannot move next turn. End of its turn. Lier, you're up.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna vicious mockery this this bug right here.
Which one?
Wait. How do I make a
Oh, that one.
yeah? How do
Yeah,
I
I see.
make just a ping again?
Just click and hold.
It don't do it.
Whatever.
The
Oh,
cursor
because you have the
The
ruler
distance.
mode
There we
on.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mhm.
Okay. Vicious mockery. That means there's disadvantage, right?
Yeah. Well, if it 1 second. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It fails horribly.
Okay.
It's
I
a single digit.
I guess I should always use make or break spells.
Okay, so it failed its wisdom
D4.
rolls. So what? So now?
Plus what again? No. Okay. Just D4. There's no plus.
2 points of vicious mockery.
You're
You heard
not
it.
even worth being a real bug.
Do you want to know something funny?
What?
That pushes it over the edge to die. You killed him with vicious mockery. I'm
know
not
what?
joking.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with something better for that vicious mockery.
Kill yourself.
It just suddenly flops over and dies. God damn it. It had so low HP, so I'm like, when it says clinging on, it was clinging on. And 2, yes, it had 2 HP left. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I love this stupidity.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over here. Just back to the large crispy bug. Is it well cooked?
It smells well cooked.
I think so.
Yummy.
Alona, you're up.
I will cast Firebolt at the one on the bottom.
Okay. Bolt, not ball.
Yeah.
Fireballs.
23 hits roll damage.
Suppose that hits, yeah.
Yeah, that hits with a long shot. It takes 14 points of fire damage. Let me check how much HP it still has. This one's dead. That's the bottom one. 14. Yeah, that one's dead too. As you shoot it with your firebolt, it catches fire and dies. One left. Which
And I'll
Arceus?
just move over here.
Arceus, can you bonk it good?
I'll try. 12.
No. You did not bonk it
I
good.
won't.
You're sad
Oh.
now. Top of the round. Okay, the other one alive is that one. Huh. So that one coming. And it's going to attack Arceus. God damn!
It hits.
It hits. Roll damage. Ah. Oh. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's the end of its turn. Poppy.
I move over here and throw my boomerang.
Like a boomerang.
Whee! Damn!
Does it
What's
hit?
his name again?
Oh, that's a crit. Yeah, you know how
What?
crits work. Is that the calculate critical hit? Because 5 seems a bit low.
How do
No,
you
it's
do?
not.
It
How do you
doesn't
do a
count
crit
it.
anyway?
So it's
It
8
doesn't-
points.
So it would be 10 actually.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Double the die, not the damage.
You can't. Okay, divide 5 by 2. You can't do that.
No, it's 3 plus 2. Because
Yeah.
the bonus is 2.
Yeah, so basically it's 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and it doubles because it's weak to
Yep.
it is weak to it, so it's 16 points of damage. 10%. It still clings on.
Wait, how is it 16?
It's 8 damage of a crit, and it doubles because they're weak to bludgeoning damage. So the damage
Oh.
doubles again.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So that's a good hit, but it's not dead yet. This one's a little bit more resistance.
Yeah.
And next up
Maybe
is
we hit it
Raz.
again.
Raz. See if you can finish it off, because it's really low.
Fair enough. I point my fingers like a gun. I've got one hand holding my arm as a steady aim. We'll see if we can get rid of this thing.
Pachoo!
No.
9! Twice! That's actually also very impressive, but no, that's a miss. You steady aimed, you overcorrected your shot and he misses.
Oh, for God, Robert, deal with this damn thing. And that's the end of Raz's turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Robert, go ahead.
Eldridge Blast.
Lasted 23 hits, but 1 point of damage. But that is not enough to kill it. 1 point. I'm sorry, that is not enough.
I say, Robert, a little bit more effort in it, will you? Fine, fine.
Okay.
Eldridge
Whose
Blast
turn is
again.
it? now?
It's Robert's
Okay.
turn. 16 hits, 10 points of damage. It is dead. Kersplat.
Butterfoil? Yes. There we go.
So, combat over.
Combat's over.
Okay, so please tell me. Remember that big one's a stag beetle, you know, with the big chelicerae, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip one of those out, or cut it out, and give it to little buddy as a weapon.
So it gets an improvised horn weapon.
Yeah, I would. So would it be like a axe or a sword?
More like a club.
Fair enough. Can't leave him unweaponed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just going to go to the back of the big bug. All right, who's hungry?
No, thank you.
Oh,
I've
come
got
on.
Richmond.
Nobody else?
Ozzius? Nothing? Nope. Alona? Nope.
Okay, you just see me open up the back carapaces like, you know, like you would a door or like a hatch. I'll be right back.
Ew.
And I close back the bug wings on myself, and you just hear the sounds of a blender. I'm guessing.
Oh, what's happening in there?
I don't want to know. I'm moving away from there.
I'll go with you. Oh, you're just moving there. Okay, never mind.
I'm just hollowing it out.
Just for the record, I'm not putting that in my bag of holding.
Fair enough.
So, just for your information, Cot, I'm just feeding the
Yeah, I know.
the babies.
The babies.
And yeah, with
After a little bit, I'm just gonna be taking one of the big carapaces, like just one of the wing folds, I guess. What do you think? Does it look like an ice shield?
I don't know.
No.
So, oh, you wanted to check on the wounded?
Slumped over near the beetle. Hate this.
He's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
You healed 13 points of damage.
Good as new.
Looks at the healer of the body. Should I ask or?
Oh, everyone in the campaign seems to be close to full health. That's good.
He can't see your stats.
Nice.
I would probably need a few cures as well. I was pretty battered.
Why'd you
And
get
it's
hit?
your own fault. It was his own fault.
Can you not do that? And just give me a hand?
Ozzy reaches out his hand.
Thank you.
And pulls it back.
I think you have to touch his hand.
I'm just grabbing his hand, I guess.
Touch.
You're healed by 15 points.
Yay! That puts me over half, I think. Yeah. So now I am at 31 hit point.
Well, 11 more, and I'd be way okay, but I'll be fine for now.
I'm kind of running out of spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try not to be in front.
Sounds
If
like
anybody-
a good idea to me.
So, are we going where that big beastie was? Who knows? There's probably treasure.
I'm gonna be
knows?
having treasure.
Looking for the mushrooms. Can you smell anything now?
Staying behind the turtle man.
Clear. Can you smell anything?
Where's the treasure?
I didn't say there
Oh.
was, there might be.
As you enter the room where the big bug was, there's not much here to see. Just more cave, more darkness, more dampness. And you can hear the sound of flowing water in the distance.
Ooh,
I'm actually.
water.
Can I easily follow the sound of water?
Yes.
We can see the water, right?
Is there a passage?
Let me zoom in for you. Well, there is some rocks in the way. It's just rough terrain, so you might have to crawl through a bit, but yes, you can.
Guys, there's a spot over here.
Okay.
I'm just,
Can I move some of the rocks? Or
Yes, you can. You
Okay,
do need
I'm
to do
gonna
a strength check real quick.
Can somebody help me move these? I'm kind of weak-armed.
Sure. Strength
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. Either you can give Lier advantage, or you
okay.
can both roll strength.
Poppy, please tell me, what's your strength modifier?
-2.
You're better than me.
I mean, we could just send something small through to go and see what's on the other side.
I don't want to risk anybody getting glomped.
I mean, Fluff can turn someone into a fly if you want.
No, that's even worse.
Okay, do that permanently.
Okay, Poppy, roll with advantage, please.
So I'll just roll twice, I guess.
Yeah. And you
Yes,
take the
you had
highest.
more luck, so I'm counting on you.
Oh, don't worry, you succeed. You move some of the
Woo!
rocks aside, and it's no longer that rough of a
Okay,
terrain.
I thought you said +2, not -2.
He said -2.
Okay, well I was better then. Never, but we still got it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'm moving in to take a peek, being cautious.
Mm-hmm. And you see a little bit of a river. It's an underground river. And you can also see past these rocks a bit, so you see that a bit more road goes on. And yeah, you very much see this as much.
Hmm.
As a river runs through it. It's not a fast moving river. It's a slow moving river, but it's a river nonetheless.
I'm gonna ask Buddy if he can spot anything interesting, or if he wants to check if there's anything of value near.
Little buddy just rolled a fucking nat 20.
Yeah, let's fucking go, little buddy.
So your little buddy looks it through the water and sees in the distance a little bit of rock in the water that leads to the other side of the river. There appears to be no treasure in the river, none whatsoever.
Just a rock in the way.
Just a rock in the water that looks like you can go across. So
I see. So, wait a second. So what do you mean it go across?
as in this connects to the other side.
Is it a deep river or shallow?
It is a bit it's a bit on the shallow side. You still might need to swim a bit, but you don't have to.
Well, I'm looking at everybody else. It's an underground river. It seems a bit on the shallow side, so we could walk/swim it. Where there's water, there's life, right?
I don't know.
There.
So is that enough?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to swim.
Well, thankfully, you don't need to swim much. But
Okay.
that's if you guys want to take a dip and follow the current, or go up it.
I'm not gonna.
All right. Maybe another time. Well, lead on, people.
Okay. All right. What are you guys doing? Are you gonna cross this area to go to the little bridge, or are you gonna go somewhere else?
Ozzy is gone.
Mm.
I
Where-
will
Follow the
follow him.
fast turtle man.
Where? Oh, you're way down there. You wanna go over that way, huh? Okay. She peek around. Yep. It's kind of obvious what is gonna happen here, map design wise. He's Feedmore Cave. All these natural formed cave systems. What does it mean?
More cave. What a surprise.
Hello.
There you go.
Wait,
Just want to
do
run
I
in a circle over there.
wait a second. So wait a second. Is this path like going? Is this an actual path?
That's natural
As well?
path.
Okay, so that's part basically is a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Yeah, it just leads back to the river. At least you can hear
Kinda
the river in
boring
the
cave.
distance. Yeah, no, you can't squeeze for that.
Wait a second. So you meant this, like you could cross from here
to here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait. Wait
So you
a
can
minute.
use the stone as a stepping stone, basically.
Yes.
Guys, wait a minute. Over here.
Um,
I just realized something.
It's a natural bridge.
There's a bridge. Well, natural bridge, but you know what I mean.
What?
Just squeezes over here. Just get over here.
Okay.
Adventure. Oh, by the way,
Adventure awaits us.
so we don't need to get our feet wet. That's better.
Yeah.
of course, you can peek a little bit out from here. You can
Do we
see
have to jump?
No, you do have to make a careful step. That's it.
Okay, I'm moving very, very slowly.
You only need to make a
It's
dex
just
saving
water.
throw if you don't have a dex bonus of +1.
I'm fine. Wait, is little buddy fine?
He's fine. So if you don't have any dex bonuses or minus in dex, you might have to do a dex saving throw to see if you're not losing balance.
Mine is +2, thankfully.
Yeah, so pretty much everyone makes it across. I think everyone has at least +1 in dex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get across no problemo, and you're on the other side of the roaring river. Or the roaring, just the splashy river.
Coffee, are you coming?
The
Alright.
angry river.
And you cannot peek more in this direction, and you see another other side.
Whoop.
So what do? Do you go in further north, or are you gonna go east or west, or? Okay, I'm guessing you're all gonna go north.
Well, I'm going to be asking the Alona, which is visibly an elf, I'm guessing, what they can see, because my vision is crap under here.
I have 60 feet, so should be able to see something.
And on the other side over here as well.
Until there.
Okay. So you want to reveal this area?
Yeah, up until here.
You see in the distance another one of those giant freaking bugs. It's not a stag beetle, it's a grasshopper.
It hasn't noticed us yet, right?
He has not noticed you yet.
Fireball?
Moves behind people.
We don't have a fireball anymore. We haven't slept in I don't know how long. What time is it anyhow?
You have no idea. Unless you have key mind, you have no idea.
Keen mind, you said.
After this one, should we take a break? Probably can't.
Yes. I would like 4 hours of meditation. At least.
So what do you guys do? Are you gonna sneak up on it? Are you gonna attack it? Or are you going to wait to see
set
what
up
it
camp
does?
here.
Well, first we need to take care of that thing, so...
Is just one of them?
Well, there's probably more nearby, but if we destroy it now, it won't be a problem later.
I can lure it with firebolt. Comes our way,
Or
we
we-
just take it on.
Or we could rest on the other side of the water.
Or that would also make a lot of sense.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's more controlled over there. So yeah.
We did kill all the buggers on the other side, so
Yeah.
It would be a point that we can control a bit better, so yeah.
we set up a bit of a camp on the other side.
Let's go back.
Alright, as you head all back, you decide to set up camp. And gather up around... Are you gonna make a campfire, yes or no?
Whoop.
Of course,
Mm.
fire.
Okay. Make a small campfire, and you get to all decide to do a long rest. Question: Who's gonna be on guard for each time.
Well, I can do 4 hours because I only need 4 hours of meditation.
I'll take
I know
first
how much-
guard.
First and only guard. Then it's the elf.
Mhm.
Well, it depends. Could
Oh.
be a 2-hour shift,
Mhm.
1-hour shift. I don't know.
Yeah, decide how many hours.
I'm just gonna move.
So do a long rest then.
I'm just gonna move over here.
During a long rest, you can still take pretty much you can hold X amount of hours of guarding before it's considered a short rest.
So let's take 8 hours and I guard for 4.
Okay.
Robert, you can also do some light duty, right? And rest in between.
I'll take a shift.
Okay. So 2 hours for Ozzy is first, right?
Sure.
Okay, Ozzy is 2 hours. I need to do some things. Okay. Ozzy, can you give me a quick perception check?
Yes.
Yes. As the dulcet
the heck?
sounds of flame-free campfire is heard, you hear the running water in the background. In the distance, you hear a bit of chirping and some noises, but nothing seems to be coming close. As you hone in on the sound of water, it reminds you a bit of home. And then you hear it splish, splash. What was that sound? You look at the river. You see some fish sometimes jumping out of the river and then swimming against the flow of the river towards its origin.
Fish.
That's all.
Okay.
I'll just reveal this more for you because that perception check. Whoop, whoop. There. More. And that's it for your 2 hours. Nothing bad happens. Next up is Raz. Let's see. Okay. Raz. Perception. She'll hold guard.
Perception. Oh dear.
She.
9.
You're a little bit more groggy from taking a short nap. You're like, oh, what the fuck? No, I know I said so, but I could have used the sleep. You look around, you just hear the water running in the campfire, but no signs of bugs.
Lulled
Or-
back to sleep.
Okay, and that's your 2 hours are up. Alona, you wake up?
I feel all rested.
Yeah. I need you to first roll Constitution and a Wisdom saving roll.
Oh god. Constitution. This.
Okay.
And then. This.
Oh, oh no.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Okay. Here we go. Alona, as you feel fully awake, you start to feel a little bit queasy, a little bit hungry for something, but then it's like, I can eat later when everyone's awake, no problemo. And then in the corners of your mind, you hear a whisper, a sensation. Something's clouding your perception. Okay. Okay. You cannot roll perception this turn.
This turn. Okay.
As in this time, as you hold your 4 hours of watch, and everyone, you would think you would wake everyone up. You've snapped yourself back to reality. You find yourself on the other side of the river.
I'm on the other side of the river.
Yeah, you went for the other side of the river. You do not know why.
Oh, okay.
You just know. It's like, what? Huh? What?
How did... Wait, what?
Daydream walking.
How did I end up here?
Mm-hmm. As you look at the as you look down the ground, you see some of your contents on the ground. It's like you were looking for something over here. You don't know what.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. You may roll a history check to think what you were doing.
Yes, I will. Wow.
You have absolutely no idea what you were doing over here, but it's definitely odd.
Yeah, really weird. But I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, time to wake everyone up.
Okay, then I cross the river again.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, you may have your long rest done.
Yippee.
Guys, wakey, wakey.
We have to.
Yes.
Question, DM.
Yes?
Do we have to?
Do we have to what?
Oh, I'm guessing the day didn't pass. Okay, fine with me.
Oh, right. We have to do that.
Dang it!
Thank you for reminding me.
Where are you gonna roll it?
I rolled the sneak. I'm doing the sneaky roll. Just give me a moment. I am checking it for you because I want to surprise you this time. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Okay.
I'll be surprised myself. Tell me the number.
58.
Wait a minute.
This is actually useful.
Huh. Okay. I wake up with a headache.
Why is everybody so noisy?
What?
Yeah.
Please.
What's wrong with you?
I don't
You
know.
okay,
I feel.
Ellie?
How am I hearing you so well from way over here? Is there an echo?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Okay. Well, looks like I'm basically as good at hearing as a bat. Actually, everybody keep silent for a moment. Let me check something.
Big ass perception time of hearing.
Yes, you may roll with advantage because you're trying to only listen. Smart Alec.
I'm going to cast ominous whispers.
What? Okay, go ahead. Ominous whispers. What?
It's just thaumaturgy. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
So, just on them.
You just do ominous whispers too, dude. You little troll. Okay. So you may roll.
Right. Let me just also. I hope you know that I am onto you guys for being, kind of. I don't know, trolly maybe a little jokey.
They're all being a bit chaotic neutral.
Oh, that's again wrong one. Oh.
It's not exclamation point.
Can I also cast minor illusion to create a sound in the river? Like over there somewhere?
Can you all shush?
19. As you listen in, you hear in the distance a little bit of chirping. Okay, the bug is, by the way, not there. You can hear it no longer there. And then you suddenly hear some ominous whispering. Loud and clear. What are you whispering?
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
You hear very clearly someone saying, cheers, cheers, cheers. And you recognize that as Ozzy is doing something.
Oh, no,
Okay,
it doesn't
so
have to be me.
Oh no!
Just a random voice.
Just a random voice, okay.
Of course, I'm gonna say quiet, and somebody's gonna do something. I'm not stupid.
Are you though? Do you need to roll for that?
My head's gonna snap back at everybody. Okay, and when I mean snap, I mean uncomfortably see a twist in my neck.
Okay, he's going to use thaumaturgy to amplify his voice up to 3 times as loud. Sorry!
Oh god, that everyone hears that.
Alcius just sits down now.
Okay, well, you could play that game, Vicious Mockery.
You're not as funny as you think you are.
Oh, whoa, PK.
Yes, you are, Alcius.
Okay, Ozzy, you've been vicious mockery.
Oh.
Wisdom saving throw.
Rude.
Well, he did audibly attack me.
Well, I think nat 20 that one.
Well then, no damage.
Yes,
Just-
I am!
Let's
Worst.
just move on.
Did you just attack one of our teammates?
Basically.
Didn't you basically attack me audibly when I just said I had hearing? Like a spike?
He just whispered something. You actually attacked someone for damage.
I heard spell. You can't.
I think we should all be allowed to take one attack on you now.
No.
Well,
If you
That
do
would be
that,
fair.
okay,
no.
let's not turn this into beating each other up to see who has the most justice, okay?
Just
Have it make sense in character.
don't target Alcius again. Just saying.
Thank you.
Then don't just eat trolls.
Don't be easily offended. Like, you're offended by little things. Like, don't worry about it. Life's too short to do that.
Be happy.
Says the elf, but okay.
Okay. Raz, Poppy, anyone want to keep the peace?
Maybe we shouldn't be making lots of loud noise in a cave full of bugs.
Thank you.
That's keeping the peace.
Oh, by the way, Poppy, did you change your favorite terrain or your favorite target type from your long rest?
Yeah, I may as well just switch it to bugs now.
Okay, for insects, you have seen them, so you automatically switch, and your favorite terrain is now cave system. So there you go.
Okay.
Because you even killed one of the bugs, so you have it then. It's only when you don't
I
have.
killed 2 of them. I killed the small one and the big one.
Yeah, you get favored then. So now you're better at rangering. Okay, so what do? You head back to the crossing where the little grasshopper guy was, or the big grasshopper guy.
Well, right now you're still all by himself, so, or herself.
That's not smart.
Good luck! Dying.
Boop.
Okay, fair enough. Poppy's going. I'll go as well.
I guess we go as well.
Hey, he's gone.
Who's
That's
gone?
funny.
Of course, the bug wouldn't stay there for long. If it got hungry, it would go look for food.
Oh, makes sense.
Well, there are fish in the water, so it could have just gotten up there.
Not all bugs are proficient swimmers.
But they can die trying.
Dying is
Hmm.
like the one thing no creature, well, normal creature wants to do.
At least it didn't eat us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or
Well,
try to.
you had a 4-hour guard, so we were safe.
Yeah, I know. I did well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing
Nobody
strange
died.
happened at all. See, nobody died. That's exactly what I was saying.
Mhm.
Yep. Trust you with my life.
Ah. Same, buddy.
Anyhow,
Trusting your mind.
we have a fork in the road, 3 forks and a freeway fork. What is the decision?
I'm going to try to listen without telling them what I'm doing.
Perception with advantage. Because of advanced hearing.
Can I pick up the fork?
No.
Damn it.
Well, you try to listen in, but you aren't sure you don't hear anything of note from the distance.
Just because of a wrong roll. I hate this.
2 wrong rolls.
I have. Never mind.
It's one of those days.
I hate
What are you
it.
listening for?
Seeing if there's any chatter up ahead, and which way would be either safer or more interesting.
Oh, okay. I'll try to listen as well.
I'll help him.
Okay. Answers, you have advantage.
That's 1.
We don't need the other one.
Yeah.
It could have been an ad.
Okay, Ozius. Since your bard is so nice to assist you to point out what they sort of vaguely heard, you listen into the distance. And what you hear is on the left side over here. You hear a grasshopper chirping. So you probably think the little bugger is this way. There. In this direction, you hear some sort of crystalline sound, like some sort of glass sound. Come on.
Some what?
Crystalline.
Crystalline.
Ooh, I like that.
And that way you don't hear shit.
There's. It seems like there's nothing over here on the left. That should be safe.
All right. Anything else though?
Really?
Yeah, there's probably bug or more over there, and crystalline sounding things on the right.
Saline? Well, doesn't that usually mean like something precious? But something's
Yeah.
knocking. That means something's knocking against it, though. Let's go.
You want to go that way?
Okay.
Yee.
Everyone is going northeast. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you follow the sound of little crystals clanking. Clang, clang. You look in the distance.
Money.
You go deeper.
Money, motherfucker.
Oh,
And you
more
see
crystals.
what looks like a crystalline.
Since nobody's
Vein.
mining these, we can take as much as we want.
Didn't we have the
Yep.
crystals already?
Let's take some. These look different.
Whoa. Everyone, okay. Robert's in the wall, by the way. Please move him out of the wall.
Are these the same crystals as before?
They look more pure.
Oh, then I take some of these as well.
I'm taking some of the
Um,
shiny.
As you try to reach out, some of the crystals start to glow and levitate up. So,
Okay, I'm getting away from that. That looks like it's gonna blow up.
no. I like how you say it's blowing up. No, it's an encounter. So I'm giving them a
Could this be the
dot so you
source
can
of
see.
disease?
You don't know that.
Would
It's
it be
encounter time.
possible-
Wait, what?
Yeah, these are enemies.
Okay.
Well,
What are they?
okay. So initiative.
Roll
Right?
initiative. Roll initiative.
Okay,
I
now
will wait for my
this is
turn.
an enemy worth shattering.
Fuck
right.
you.
I'm waiting
It was. Wait a second. My thing was 3, right? Ooh, I'm a bit excited. If only I didn't roll so low.
Oh god dang it.
Raz is 6. Robert is 18. Alona, nice dirty 20. Ozzius is also 20. You two are really going to the hip. And Poppy, 17. Neat. Oh, by the way, Fluff is also fully healed, just so you know. But you're not bringing him out for anything right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ironically, Alone Ozzy, you're speed tied.
Are you planning on using Fireball?
I would hit everyone here.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Then I would like to go first, so I can disengage.
I would literally hit everyone. Yeah.
Even
no.
yourself. Yeah, no, you're not doing that.
No, you can move back. I can
I
move
can-
back.
There's some other people I actually
Okay,
don't
that's
attack my
just
teammates.
evil, dude.
No, you want to go boink first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Smiles.
The 15
Smiles devilishly in the background.
Yes.
Nice.
These have lower AC, though, ironically.
3 points of bludgeoning.
They're resistant, so that's only that's only 1 point of damage. Only 2 because you get advantage. So
Wow.
clank.
They're resistant to bludgeoning, I think.
You feel like you're hitting Crystal, but you don't feel like you're smacking it effectively. So I guess it's resistant to bludgeoning.
Everyone get out the way!
Okay.
I think
Oh.
Shatter's the only.
Alona, you're up next.
And Shield of Faith.
On
I
yourself.
cannot use shatter because I will hit people.
Yeah.
5-meter radius, so... Or wait, shatter.
10. Oh no, it's a 10-feet cone, so.
Oh, you can...
Wait, it's not a cone. That is not a cone.
Not a cone, a ball.
Yeah, that's a ball. Ball radius.
So it's basically like 5 to this way, 5 to this way, right? Because it's like.
No, I believe it's 10. I believe it's 10.
If it's
10
radius
always?
10, it means 10 out.
Yeah, so basically it's 20 across.
Okay.
Okay, so then I will definitely hit anyone.
Most everybody, yeah.
Wow, I should have
Yeah.
disengaged.
But the best part about Shatter is they will have way more damage because they seem to be like constructs. Shatter affects creatures like that even more. So it's basically a
Yeah,
bonus
but I
damage.
would hit Osseous and Poppy. Or
I can
I
take
would
it.
hit. Actually, I could also just use it here, and then I will just hit you and the fifth
Why?
person.
Why
Well,
would
you
do
were
that?
because you're saying I
How-
should use it.
How about you hold
guess Shatter.
action?
Oh yeah,
can
you can do that.
You can hold action for when I get out of the way. You can immediately destroy them.
Can I do that?
Yes. You can
Okay,
hold
then
an
I will
action.
hold-
You can let's say I hold an action for when Liar moves away, or I hold an action if they move closer to me. That kind of stuff.
Okay, then I hold an action for when. Does the fish person automatically go with him?
Yes.
Yes.
They remember, just like for Fluff, they share your initiative.
Okay, then I will hold my action until Liar moves out of the way.
Thank you.
Just
Okay.
know that if your trigger doesn't happen, you will waste your spell.
I'm gonna move. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
We do a little trolling.
No.
Robert, you're up. You're still faster.
I'm not one to hinder the party for fun.
Robert is going to attempt to Eldritch Blast that one.
Okay.
You know, it would be funny if it's one of those magic absorbing and refracting crystals.
Let's find out.
15 hits.
Everybody
it takes
get
6.
exploded.
It doesn't refract. Don't worry. I'm not that
Okay.
evil. You're not on the level where I should do that. That would just be. No, it takes 6
Wait,
points
but
of.
did you have the idea before?
Yes,
Okay.
but that was for something else. Don't worry. No, these are just. They're similar to another dungeon I once did. For constructs. 6
Cool.
points of force damage. Okay. Pting! You shot it right again. So shoot your second Eldritch Blast, please.
Robert's going to pause. Sees no backlash. Pew!
Yeah, that also hits. They have lower AC. So that's another 10 points of damage. It's still floating, ominously.
Okay. And that's all Robert can do.
Alright. And now it's one of the crystal's turns. This one. It can't do that because it will hit its ally. I don't want to do that.
Sometimes I wonder if creatures care about each other.
These do.
Maybe these crystals are lover, and we just interrupted their honeymoon.
Eh,
Now we killed him.
too bad.
We're taking their crystal babies.
Okay, well, I guess it doesn't have a choice in the matter, so it will do a disadvantage. It will. Obviously, it's gonna do a rage attack here, and because that's close, it's disadvantage. Yippee! I think the 20 hits.
No.
No?
Oh.
Okay, it misses barely, I guess. As it tries to shoot some sort of shard at you, it bounces off your shell.
Thank God for Shield of Faith.
Yeah, good job.
Reminds me of a line in the movie. I love being a turtle.
Mm-hmm. Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of its turn. Puppy, you're up.
Do we have to move out of the way?
Only the air has to. You're safe.
I mean, unless it explodes.
Next time I use mustard,
But if you try to move out of the way, it's gonna attack you. So
it will take an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
that's why it's safer for me to be the only one to move away.
Yeah. So what do? You can attack the one in front of you.
Sure, I'll take my dagger. I think that's better against these things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Are you gonna slash or poke?
23 hits. That's piercing damage. Six points of piercing damage. Good, good. It is not broken, but it certainly took the damage. Nice.
The corpse of these constructs could fetch a high price.
okay.
Man, I hope there's not a wall. But then again, I think I would rather move
Mhm.
like come on,
Like
like
I'm
behind
just
Alona.
So Lier, you're up.
My turn?
Yeah.
Well, goody!
Oh right,
Wait.
you can look more north. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yep.
There you go.
Wait, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I'm also gonna cast
shatter in that specific location.
Okay, Alona goes first though, because her alt
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. I
So
cast
when Alona
Shatter.
sees you walk past her, she's gonna do shatter.
Like, right at that point, indeed.
Okay.
So they need to make a Constitution saving throw. 13.
Wouldn't you want to move back first?
No, I think
No?
she's out of range.
Oh,
No.
I'm not.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
lol. Can I
She can
still do
still
that, or am I
realize-
too late? Doop. Okay, again. Yeah.
Let's just
It's like
retcon it
when you
that she
take a
moved.
step back to do a Kamehameha.
Okay. I'm rolling their saves. How much do I need
They
to
have
save?
disadvantage, I believe.
13.
I need to.
Have disadvantage?
I just
But for constructs, they like objects. This is okay. Creatures made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage.
Yeah, okay, so I have to roll again. Okay.
Yes,
Well, they
true.
both fail.
Okay,
And-
damage
and-
time.
And don't forget, they're gonna have a second wallop of shatter.
Okay, they
After
both
this.
take 18 points of shattering damage. Nice, nice. Good job, good job. They're not down yet. And now, Lier, I have to avoid yours.
Mm-hmm.
Fail.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay. Let me just. It's 3d8.
Mm-hmm.
Damage. Okay.
You guys are having fun with shattering these fuckers. 13 points of shatter damage. Okay. So, as you both in almost near unison clap your hands together to shatter, this one stops floating and goes down.
One down.
The other one is still
Now let's-
floating.
Now let's beat the other one to hell and back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's boink it.
They're friends again.
Can I tell little buddy to go try and smack it too?
Yes, but then you you can, but it already moved during your turn, so
Okay. So we were here. So that's 20.
Yeah.
And he would be perfect. He
Okay.
perfectly would go right next to it.
okay, let me double check the little buddy's spin stats.
If it's 30. If not,
Come on, let me see the stats, damn it. Oh, there's a monster stat block. That's just a normal roll. Okay. Let's see. And it misses. Little buddy misses.
okay. Good try, little buddy.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's the end of your turns.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the other one's dead, so, Raz, go ahead. Razzie.
Okay, little outside the box. What if I open my bag of holding and essentially try to just dunk it over the thing's head and put it in the bag?
That would be a grapple.
I don't think it needs to breathe, so you're basically gonna have a live crystal in the bag.
Which will destroy your storage thingies.
Yeah, it will try and attack its way out, and it will probably rip your thing.
Fine.
Imagine having a full bag of these things.
And just inverting it on a public location.
So it's a good idea,
Chaotic.
Raz, but you do know that it doesn't want to be there, and it will probably try to shoot it into the void, and it will probably find a way to and it will eventually damage the bag, and then when it does damage, it's gone.
Yeah, as I think that over, stuff it.
I think it's better to attack it.
Steady aim, firebolt.
So you're gonna move back first.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Moves forward to move back.
No, I just annulled its move.
Thank you.
You missed. It is 10 feet in front of you.
So disappointed by my plan not being able to work. I miss.
How could you miss? It is 10 feet in front of you.
It is bright and glowing.
It was 3 feet in front of you.
Look, they're more things. Surely it's going to be worth more intact.
Okay.
My turn.
Arceus, your turn.
Oh.
Back to Arceus.
A crystal's a crystal. Any piece is worth it.
Nope.
Nope, you failed to bonk it.
How?
Yeah. Oh well.
It's right in front of you.
It's too hard.
Elona!
You're a turtle. You're harder than that.
I'm gonna do a nice little firebolt.
Okay, firebolt it. That hits, roll damage.
I suppose that hits.
Logically, a normal fire would not do anything to this thing. But this is not normal fire.
No, wait, stop. Wrong.
Wrong.
Sorry.
Well, that's still enough to kill it anyway.
Oh, cool.
So as you take your aim, you're like, burn, fucker. The bolt strikes true, and the crystal stops moving.
Ooh. So
We pick it up after it stopped moving?
I'm picking the other one, the one over here.
Okay.
I'm picking the one I just killed.
Okay.
no, you're-
open my bag of holding. You can stick it in here.
I'm grabbing. I think we're gonna have enough for everyone. So I'm just gonna grab like. Can I easily break it apart now that it's dead?
Yes. It seems like
Okay.
whatever magic was in there has left.
I've never seen someone loot a corpse like this.
What, tearing it apart?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta make it fit somehow. You're not just gonna take the whole corpse, are you?
Usually it's not this literal, you know.
Anyways,
In the bag.
listen, the whole body is valuable right now, and I take half and just hand you guys the other half. I'm just gonna take this part as my share.
Okay. You can take a mysterious purple crystal in your inventory. Just go with purple
I
crystal.
only get half a mysterious purple crystal.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe I can use it for some magics.
Actually, do you think you could have it in weight? Like kilos or something? Quantifiably, what constitutes half a crystal of a clump of crystal?
20 pounds.
Okay, so 20 pounds of crystals for me?
Yeah.
And I got
Okay.
40 pounds?
Yes.
No, well, you guys together have 60 pounds. Because I
I
gave
took
you...
my own.
Yeah.
Oh, I get...
Well, it's... I'm giving you to the half I took gave it to the party.
So you still have to share 60 pounds of crystal with each other.
Yep.
Oh, on top of the one I took. 50. Oh, I'm good with the 40.
I did half the shatters.
Really?
You all can share the rest.
So how much do you take?
I just pick up one of the smaller pieces.
So I guess like 5 pounds.
Sure.
I'll pick up a big chunk of crystal.
How much is how much?
£20 again.
20 pounds to Raz.
One full crystals is 40. Half a crystal, half a crystal construct is 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter would be 5.
Okay, Ilana, how much did you take? And Osius?
I just took the full one. I
Okay,
said.
so
Actually, no,
40
a
to...
quarter would be 10 pounds.
There's still some other crystals that you could probably take some parts of, so I'll just go with that. You can only take a total. You can only take a maximum of 25 from the loose ones, not from the ones that were floating. Okay, Alona. Osius, do you take anything?
No,
So
that's
did I
the
take
thing.
25? Huh?
Yeah, from the ground. If
I
you
was-
haven't already picked up anything. Let's go get Robert 20.
Wait, so how much do I have? Did I
40.
take the
You have
then?
40 because you took the
Okay.
whole.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
There seems to be more space up here.
Can I sense if there's anything magic about the crystal?
Do you have detect magic?
Tech magic?
Yeah. Do you have
Oh,
detect
detect.
magic? Huh?
If I have detect magic,
Yeah.
is that a spell?
Yes.
No, don't have that.
I
You
have
can only Arcana check
identify.
to perceive any magic, but that's going to be a roll. If detect magic, you would know if it's magical.
I
I
will
have
roll for it then, I
identity as
guess.
well.
Huh? You both talked over each other. What did you say?
I'll use an Arcana roll.
Okay. Then you may roll an Arcana check. And Raz, what you were saying?
I just said I have identify as well.
But that would take
Okay.
time.
Technically, I could do it in a minute.
Or we could do it at our next rest.
There. That's the whole section, just in case you.
I don't see nothing.
Anyhow,
I know a crag in it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Alona, you do not sense anything. You do not sense anything magical from the crystals, but you may have had a feeling there was something magical in it for a little bit.
Seems to be nothing magical about them now.
I mean, if magic coursed through them, that makes them good catalysts, doesn't it? Either way, it could
So-
be useful.
Okay. So, do we go back?
We still have to find the mushrooms.
Yeah, but there's no mushrooms here, right?
I guess
Oh.
we go explore another branch.
Guess it's a dead end.
Actually, don't mushroom grow in humidity? Perhaps following
Yes.
perhaps following the water was a good idea. But we could also see what the other bugs are doing.
Mm-hmm.
True.
A little bit of
Maybe
danger.
they're eating mushrooms.
Maybe.
Could be.
Well, I'm not taking the lead.
Aren't you?
No.
See-
I learned my lessons. As a support person, I'm gonna stay in the middle.
Well, you should become supportive then.
Only to those I trust.
Sounds like you've got trust issues.
Oh, God.
Hey, the only one I trust is little buddy over here and the small one.
That's Poppy.
Or
Yes.
fluff. Depends.
And also, what does Raz have to say about this?
I'll have you know I'm perfectly trustworthy.
There we go.
Do I need to roll deception for that one?
Are you trying to deceive him?
No.
Okay.
Uh,
So, what do you do?
Do we go towards nothing or towards the thing we know there is?
I mean, nothing
Is
sounds
it-
fun.
Is it still there?
could be.
We don't know. We didn't hear anything.
We weren't listening this time.
So, come on.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, okay. Guess
Oh,
we're
here
going over
comes-
there.
Jesus, Ozzius.
Yeah.
Just follow,
Hey,
follow
what do you-
Ozzy. He has a great sense of direction.
Okay. You peek further into the darkness as you start losing yourself within the cave systems. You're glad that this is at least not the Underdark.
I mean, speak for yourself.
You just notice why doesn't anyone go this way to mine? I guess it's because they're so far away from resources, and the travel time is annoying, and there's a river in the way, and more giant bugs. So there we go.
Should we be this far into the cave?
Nope.
Just looking for the mushrooms, Poppy. Nothing to I moved fish person.
Wait, who's touching the little guy? The little
I-
fellow.
I didn't know I could, but accidentally I did.
Yes, it's in case
No.
of. Everyone has
Copy.
access to him. Okay, which
Oh, okay.
another fork in the road. It
Copy.
looks like. Where do you go? See, this is why it's a big map. It's like a giant labyrinth. Isn't dungeon crawling fun? Okay, you going north?
Where's David Bowie?
Dance, dance.
There's
I
no-
can see further than that. 'cause
How do you know
I-
that name?
Yeah, okay. That makes...
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mushrooms. Are you there?
27, okay.
Oh Jesus.
There goes the turtle.
There's nothing nearby, okay. That roll means nothing if they're ever there.
Oh.
The DM mumbles behind its screen.
What?
There we go. You venture further in and you see more and more cave. The walls are starting to look more samey. It feels like you are walking.
Oh Jesus
along-
Christ.
Yeah, it is a dungeon. It is a proper mine dungeon.
I'm saying, oh no, thunderstorm.
Oh, thunderstorm?
Yeah, there's thunders going on outside.
I guess we're gonna have to cut it soon. We're safe. Lightning won't strike you that easily.
Yeah, but still.
Unless you stand outside with a lightning rod.
Just know that if suddenly the connection drops, you know what happened.
Yep. Don't worry, you will be missed.
There's no bugs here.
Okay. What do you do? So you find another big room and more splits in a row. What do you do?
You know what? Let's. Turtle Man, your name was Oz, right?
It's Ozzy.
Reminds me of Osborne.
Who?
No,
Osborne,
nothing.
who?
Ozzius.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are you
should
peeking
we
north?
give these caves a listen again? They're pretty far from the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no response.
Okay. He's just going for it. And there's another fork in the road. What does the party decide? Come on, come on.
Let's
I
go
picked
up.
this one up as
Ozzius.
well.
Just
going
use your
for the
sense of
north?
direction and go.
Yes, we keep going north.
Yep, I'm going south.
That's
Oh.
north.
That's great. Go there. Yep. Go south.
As you venture even further, you feel that you go down a corridor and it only gets... You feel like you're going deeper into the darkness with all the lights flickering about.
Oh god, are we going to the next map already? Jesus.
Yes. Don't worry.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You know how many maps there are in this thing?
1,000.
Oh, this one loads fast. Thank God. And you supposedly you're
Thank
not gonna.
God.
Where the heck?
Where are we?
It's all black. Ah!
I hate this. I don't know where I am. Can you use multicolor like fog?
Oh, there you are.
There you go. You find yourself in a tighter passage.
Oh
And
dear.
you feel.
How can I? Oh wait a second. Is that it?
Yeah, in the left down corner.
Oh, jeez. Okay, thank goodness.
How is
So the
this
mushroom
one?
should
How is this one not
be-
lagging? I don't get it.
How's this one so small?
I peek around the corner here.
You carefully. You do notice that it's a bit more tighter here. This feels like a recent collapse. And you peek in and you see in the distance some more of these crystals. It seems the crystal density has gotten up in this area. Also, obviously, you just see more. This.
There's a lot of crystals here.
Should we check or? Oh, the tournament's going the other. Okay, guess not. We have enough.
No splitting the party again.
Oh,
That would be a
what?
horrible idea.
So we can see further, right? Like,
Dude, I think we
Not
forgot some
bad.
people. No, never mind. They're there.
More crystal constructs.
Oh, there's a lot of crystals here.
Even though the
Pretty.
corridors feel narrower, you do feel like there's more crystals getting closer towards each other.
Oh,
How odd.
Does it look like any of them are moving, or
You can roll perception.
yes, please?
Shall we all roll perception for this one? Just
maybe that is smart.
Go ahead.
yeah. Let's all roll perception.
Perceive away.
So can I? Does hearing give me still a?
No, because you're looking.
Dang. Okay. Why? Seriously, why?
Osseous?
No.
Nope, Osseous. So, Poppy and Lier, you look around and you don't see anything moving. It's just there's so much little crystals, it's really annoying to look at. As for Alona and Raz, you see little bits of movement. You'd sense that there are indeed little crystals. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here.
I mean, they did only attack when we tried to grab them, right?
We definitely have hostiles here.
Yeah, but if we just move along them and we don't try
How
to get any
about-
of the crystal,
How about we try not to get close?
yeah, we could try that.
And with that said, we're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least I could participate in one combat encounter without interruption.
Mhm.
2.
Yay!
With that said, a little bit of dungeoneering, a little bit of exploring, a little bit of combat. How do you all feel?
I feel okay,
Mm-hmm.
relatively.
For now.
Mm-hmm. With that said, I would like to tell everyone to say goodbye. So it is goodbye from Liar.
Goodbye, my lovely snacks.
It is goodbye from Raz.
See you next time.
It is goodbye from Alona.
Bye, everyone.
It's goodbye from Poppy.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from Osseous.
I'm not a snack.
Turtle
what-
soup's pretty good.
Oh,
That's illegal.
Okay.
I never
With that-
tried it.
With that said, what has the party come across? Deep in these caves, these natural caves, more crystals, more of these crystal constructs, less bugs. What is going on
Danger
here?
treasure.
Is there any what other mysteries are there to find? Well, we're gonna find out next time. Will the party solve the mystery of the mines, of the disease, of Rock Band?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Well, we have to catch next time. This is your Dungeon Master Kotlol signing off with D&D of your Dungeon Master Kotlol. Content of the free. Yada yada blah 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 blah. Stay charged. Catch you all next time. Bye.
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 See ya.
bye.